I'm going to do a reading for you that's slightly different than what I've been doing. I've already pulled all the cards so that we don't have to deal with all my hot mess shuffling. And so I'm just kind of going to go right into the reading. Please note that this reading is general, and please assign any roles that you identify with as you wish. You first got the vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. The bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. And then mountains, stand your ground. Okay, so the supporting cards, I will talk as we go through these. Vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. It's really great to see such a positive reading. Excited, yay, Sagittarius! We've had some heavy readings lately, and I'm always about to stop using this card deck. I can't do it anymore. It's too much. It's on my soul. It hurts my heart. Anyways, so it gets good. It gets good, guys. For the vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. You have the 5 of Cups from behind and the Ace of Wands looking forward. Wait a second. Yeah, looking forward. It's hard to determine sometimes. Okay. So also, I want to mention, I'm just going to throw this out there right off the bat, that your underlying was the 2 of Cups from behind and the Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted, from behind, and the, oh, not from behind, just straight up, Mother Earth, and then Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. Okay, so those were your kind of the basis for this reading. And we go into vulture spirits with, yeah, the 5 of Cups from the back end and the Ace of Wands. I see this as something happened with this connection, the underlying. You're so sad and you've turned away. See, the front part of it is, it's looking at the 3 cards that are 3 cups that are knocked down, and it's ignoring the 2 cups that are behind him. And in the backwards version of it, he's continuing to look at the 3 cups and continuing to ignore the 2 cups behind him. But what he doesn't see is that there's a rose behind him. And this is a very obvious thing that this person needs to turn around and see these cups for what they are. See these 2 cups for what they are. They're sad about something. But it doesn't necessarily have to do with love, or it did and they don't realize that the love that this was or will be transcends. And once you do that, once you realize that nothing is wasted, that nothing that has gone on in this path, in this journey, is wasted, that all of that pain that this person has experienced, it happened for a reason. It absolutely happened for a reason. And it was to get them to realize how special this union is. Nothing is ever, no experience is wasted. That experience with that love interest was not wasted, and there comes a new beginning and passion. Look at that new beginning and inspiration. You see that lightning strike? This tree? Explosion of passion and excitement and creativity and just like ownership. Just feel a lot of excitement there, even though it starts off sad. It's for a reason. There was an absolute reason. And so supporting the bat spirit, you've got the Ace of Cups from behind and the Seven of Pentacles from behind. You've got a second ace, a new beginning, this time in love, this time in emotion. And I think this rebirth has to deal with this Seven of Pentacles from behind. This guy is really bummed out that what he grew did not work out. Look at that. It didn't work out. You needed to use a little more water. Maybe add a little more emotion to this and it would have survived. How about that? How about this? Oh. Whew. That's him. And he's realizing what he did. He did not include any emotion. And you cannot build something real without water. You cannot grow a tree of something real without water, without emotion. And this person is totally realizing that he was completely emotionally unavailable. That's this card. Yeah, when you're emotionally unavailable, you don't have any water to water your tree of money and real tangible things in real life, and it dies. Just like all the rest of it dies. Look, that's the tree for his mom. Back there's the tree for his grandma. This was the tree for you. Emotional unavailability makes for a shitty orchard. Does not really work out, does it? Oh my God. Add some water to that shit. Maybe it'll grow next time. This card is really like cut your losses. Realize your past mistakes and move forward, because nothing ain't coming off of this tree. Oh my God, that's pretty interesting. And so that is the death and the rebirth. I don't like how everyone depicts the bat as death and rebirth, because I get it, right? So they go into their cave every night and they come out at dawn, but not really. I feel like they come out at dusk a little more. I don't know. I mean, maybe the bats that I know of in North America. I feel like it's too like there's too many options for this kind of creature to always be known as the animal that comes out in the morning after a long night in the darkness, because the darkness is so scary and it's death and it's just, and then you could just come into the light and it's all amazing and it's you've grown. And I'm like, actually the bat prefers the darkness. That's its home, and that's where it, when it's out at night, that's the behavior it has evolved with, because there are less predators at night, and then they can camouflage themselves in the dark, and they can be more effective hunters, and that's what they're used to, and that's who they are. They don't go into the bright lights, if they do, they have fucking rabies. So, no. I want it to be a rebirth because I want this guy to realize the error of his ways, that he should have watered his tree with emotion, with his tree of love, his little the tree of love of the couple. He should have watered it with his emotions, and instead it dried up and died. I want that to be a rebirth, and for this whole reading I do, but I also I cannot not acknowledge that it's not, bats are not all like that. Sometimes bats sometimes that's their true nature, is remaining in the dark. And ooh, maybe that's a lesson here. Maybe for some of you, that this person, that's their true nature. They just can't give. They just can't. So maybe that this new beginning in love is for those people who've had this emotionally unavailable person in their lives, to understand that that is their nature. Their true nature is to be in the dark and to not be emotionally available for whatever reason, whatever's happened in their lives. And it's not ideal, but it's okay. And that just means that if you need that, if you need emotional availability, and most of us do, then you're not a good match. And that's okay. That is totally fine. It's not, no one's better or worse. It's just not, it doesn't gel. Because maybe you are the one that needs the light, and they're the one that needs the darkness, live in the cave. So that is one scenario, that maybe it's just okay that to accept, they need to accept, and you need to accept that that is who they are, that they are not emotionally available. And then once you accept that, there is a new there's a new start for you. That's one scenario. The other scenario is that, okay, so there's this rebirth, this imagery of them coming into the light and realizing the error of their ways, which we want them to. So let's idealize that and say that, okay, so they realize that, they're sad, and they're going to turn around to have this, to see these two of cups, right? Turn around and realize the error of their ways. And they're going to realize that it needed to be emotionally available. And then you're going to have a new beginning with that person. Aphrodite's ass is coming right at you. It's a good beginning in love. Some fountains and some water lilies. Oh, by the way, this card is saying, don't idealize this shit. This is not a fucking Disney movie. Don't idealize it like it's Prince Charming coming in to save your ass. I do like that card because of this. I was like, oh. Yeah. So maybe, don't idealize. Ooh, not good news. Okay, don't idealize that you think that this person's gonna change. I'm sorry. I'm just a messenger. I'm hopeful that this is not the case for you. I'm hopeful that they will change, and then it'll all be like, ooh, Disney princess fairy tale. They're gonna run off together but not everybody's gonna get that. Some people. Oh, because some people are going to get that they are who they are. Don't romanticize this shit. Don't romanticize it. Even though there's a new beginning in love, still be cautious maybe, and understand that people don't change very easily. We want them to change, but they don't. They are who they are. But I'm hopeful that it's all going to change. It's going to be like amazingness. Because we got to have an amazing reading for once. Come on, guys. I don't like this reality. Reality's shitty sometimes. Okay, let's go with the mountains. And I do like this. Stand your ground, because guess what? The mountains shoot up from Mother Earth. And that's where the bats come from. For the most part. Other bats have many other ways of their shelters, but whatever. We're just going to go with that. Okay? So we've got this whole stand your ground. Own it. And then you've got to support the mountains. You've got the Temperance card in from the back and the Ace of Swords from the forward. Three aces in your reading. Just saying. 3 aces in your reading. 2 forward, 1 back, and it's the back end of Aphrodite's ass. So I'd say that's pretty fucking good. So we're gonna go with that. And this is saying I think this is interesting because this scaffolding is where the hangman hangs himself upside down to contemplate, to remove himself from society, to contemplate. And it's either he's no longer there because he no longer needs it, or it's she's standing in between you and that. Oh yeah. So this, I think I was reading this card. It's like she's standing in between you and self-sacrifice. So this card is saying don't sacrifice yourself so quickly. Don't sacrifice your ego. Have the, and understand this that there's this balance that needs to happen. And whether you already have it within yourself and you need it to be balanced with another person, or you need to balance that within yourself. But either way, do not go ahead and sacrifice yourself, your ego, and everything that you know until you have a better perspective, until you maybe you don't even need to do it at all. Let's maybe not this is not the time of self-sacrifice. And I like that it is paired very nicely with the mountains of stand your ground. Don't falter. Don't falter in this situation. And I think because clarity is coming. And maybe that is what the more I see this all play out, of the whole don't falter, stand your ground, understand that this person is who they are, and they might not have the capacity for love for a new beginning with you, but you're going to have a new beginning with someone else. You've had 3 fucking new beginning cards. So whether it's with this person, if it is with this person, you absolutely need to hold true to yourself and stand your ground and demand emotional availability. If it's with this person, then you need to demand emotional availability and settle for nothing less. If it's not with this person and it's with somebody new, and it very well could be because there are 3 new beginning cards, then you are I think you need to stand your ground in terms of the lesson that you learned from this experience and not be a doormat, an emotional doormat. Do not allow for someone to walk all over you like an emotional doormat. Don't let them claim that they're tending to their garden and then they don't water it. This is the lesson that you're learning from this past experience, and this is the lesson that you're learning, that nothing is wasted. Please heed this warning that if it's with this person or another person, you absolutely need to understand that this is a trigger for you. This is a boundary. This is a boundary for you. Not a trigger. I'm sorry. This is a boundary for you. You need someone that is emotionally available. And when they're not, you know what's going to happen. So the first warning signs of that shit happening, like dating someone who's just gotten divorced. Do you really think they're going to be emotionally available for you? Dating someone who's had a lot of trauma, or dating someone who hasn't gotten over their past girlfriend yet, or their past wife, or whatever. Whatever it is in their life that they cannot allow to water a garden to grow, that's the second you figure that out, either I'm out or it's a boundary. It's a boundary of just letting you know that that's something that I need. This is how simple a boundary can, people freak out about boundaries, and I'm realizing how simple they are. And in fact, how the people who have the happiest lives in this world are the people who have the strongest boundaries. It's the craziest thing, and you think that they're total bitches, and you're like, no. It's because they do it with love, and they do it with integrity to themselves and to others, and respect to themselves and to others. And they say, this is what it takes. This is the thing that makes me happy, and this is the thing that I don't tolerate. But setting those guidelines and boundaries early on allows someone to know, oh shit, I can't do that if I want to hang out with that person. And if they do it anyways, if they're testing your boundaries, another red flag. But it's brilliant. It's brilliant because it allows you to state early on what you are willing and what you're not willing to put up with, and that it's okay. I have no fault, towards you if that's not something that you want to deal with. That's okay. But owning it and being clear and true to yourself enough to stand up for that and to not be so quick to hang yourself is the most important lesson, I think. Ooh, it's a very important lesson in this reading. Man, Sagittarius, you're getting me. I hope you got that. Please state your boundaries. It's okay. It's okay. When you're confident in your own self to own your boundaries and to own what you like and what you don't like and what you'll tolerate and what you won't tolerate, then it doesn't matter what anyone else does. You know what your boundaries are. And if they don't follow them, then that's okay. They're not meant to be in your life. And if they do, then they respect you and they know exactly where they stand with you. That's the beauty of it all. It's getting to that point of the confidence of saying those things and owning it. And but I see really great things for you. I just hope that, man, I see such amazing things. Rebirth is assured. Let's go with that. And feel loved and comforted that you're doing the right thing. Anyways. All right, Sagittarius, I hope you guys have a great day. I will talk to you soon. Love you.